The King James Bible, New Testament, John chapter 10 stats and facts review and study. Chapter, verse, and word counts. John chapter 10 verse 1 has the most words at 26 words. You can see the John chapter 10 verse total count at 42 verses. The average word all of John chapter 10 verses at 19 words per verse. As well as the average verse word counts for both the complete Old Testament, New Testament, and both combined to get a comparison of John chapter 10 word per verse count comparisons. Top 25 most used word counts found in John chapter 10. You can see the most frequent words in John chapter 10 and the word count for each ordered by word count. As well, you can compare that to the total times those words are used in the whole of each Old Testament, New Testament, and both Old and New Testament combined. Top 50 least used words found in chapter 10. You can see the least frequent words in John chapter 10 and the word count for each. As well, you can compare that to the total times those words are used in the whole of each Old Testament, New Testament, and both Old and New Testaments. You can see 3 words in yellow highlight which instances are only found only one times in all the Bible, making them a rare occurrence found in John chapter 10. Counts of names, places, and topics. You can see different topics, names, and places, as well as their word counts in John chapter 10. You can see 1 places listed at the bottom in orange as places, lands, and landmarks. You can see 2 rows in purple for the topic of people's groups, and 1 row for salvation and 1 row for charity as well. You can see 1 word highlighted in yellow having only 3 usages in the whole Bible. You can see the total counts for all the listed topics in the New Testament, Old Testament, and both combined out to the right. Verse counts and the words incurring the related references pointing out of John chapter 10 chapters and verses. You can see in yellow the total outbound references, pointing out John chapter 10 at 18 references. As well as the counts per each verse in John chapter 10 and the average outbound reference per verse at 0.4 per verse. And see the per verse rates for the Old Testament, New Testament, and both to the right for comparison. In red, you can see the out references by destination of either Old Testament or New Testament ordered by counts. In blue, you can see 10 out references to the destination Bible books John through Exodus ordered by counts. In green, you can see 14 words in John chapter 10 that incur the related outbound reference counts to other Bible verses ordered by the count used. Verse counts and the words incurring the related references pointing into John chapter 10 verses. You can see in yellow the total inbound related references, pointing into John chapter 10 at 13 references. As well as the counts per each verse in John chapter 10, and the average inbound reference per verse at 0.3 per verse, and the per verse rates for the Old Testament, New Testament, and both to the right for comparison. In red, you can see the inbound references by origin source of either Old Testament or New Testament ordered by counts. In blue, you can see the 9 inbound references into John chapter 7 verse references by origin Bible books John through Acts ordered by counts. In green, you can see the 12 words that incur the related inbound reference counts into John chapter 10 from other Bible verses ordered by the count used. Footnote definitions counts. You can see in red the footnote type and counts of topical guide with 40 counts as well as Greek translation at 1 found in John chapter 10.